everybody. I'm Chanel, and welcome to Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. So today, I decided I wanted to make some chili. I woke up this morning. It's not cold because Houston, even though we're in the middle of November, still ain't cold, but it was chillier than normal. So I said I want to make some chili. So what you're gonna need to make the chili is some ground beef. I usually use two different types of beef. I mean, two different types of meat. So, but today I just decided I'm going to use just some beef. But you could put like Italian sausage or whatever if you're going for that. You could also use I don't even think we need all of the beef. Let's save a little bit of that right later. Now I gotta think about it. Make some little sliders or something later. All right. I always keep like a little trash bag or bowl because otherwise you'll be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to the trash can. And I told y'all I'm not in my house. I'm in this other house. It's not my house. It's an Airbnb. So I'm forced to improvise because I normally have this other little thing that, I utilize to get the meat into little small chunks. But since we don't have everything that I need at this house, my for now house, and so I think I told y'all, I'm sure y'all probably sick of me telling y'all my house caught on fire. While my husband was in a whole nother country, he was in the Philippines. I was left to deal with fighting the fire on my own. No, I called the fireman. God woke me up. So I don't know where y'all are in your walk of life with God, but he woke me up. That's all I'm gonna say. And he saved my life. So there's that. So while that's kind of like I cook this on kind of low because I'm doing what I'm doing with you guys right now. But so you start with your ground beef. The other things that you're gonna use is beef broth, or I feel like there's another one. But I like the broth. I feel like it's creamier or something. So beef broth. If you don't have beef broth, you can use one of these. It's like a little bouillon for beef, which I'm going to use both because I like seasoning flavor over here. Although I'm not going to season it to death because I have some of these little chili helpers that I will put in, you can use whatever you want. These are the ones that I'm using, and I'm not using all of them. I season it till I feel like it has enough. And this is the thing with seasoning any food, you're supposed to taste as you go. That's why, like when you talk to your grandma or whoever, she'd be like, put a little of this, a little of that. That's just my opinion. So I already have one of these little. This is just for me and my husband. I've already washed my hands, so whatever gets in here gets in here. But generally speaking, I've already done everything that I need to do. But so we have this little bouillon, and I just put that in there at the beginning. The thing is, with ground beef, there's going to be some oil. So this is the thing about beef. The fat helps the flavor. So if you don't want that, you can use chicken, turkey, ground turkey. You could even use, I've made, because my husband's vegan, I've made, well, he's a part-time vegan, is what I say. But sometimes he'd be like, give me some, what do you want? Sushi. So anyway, so you could also use the Impossible meat. Like at Burger King, they have an Impossible burger. Well, that meat, or it's not a meat. It is a meat substitute. You could put that in there. And honestly, I feel like as long as you add spices from life, like garlic, onions, bell pepper, all kind of different spices. You can't really, salt and pepper, obviously, you can't really mess it up. But if you use like a alternative, like I was saying, the Impossible beef or turkey or Italian sausage or something like that, if you're doing a mix, the leaner the meat is, the less you're going to have of any fat. And like I said, fat usually gives you flavor. So you want to make sure that you're going to get some little bit of oil. The problem with the fat, even though it gives you a little bit of flavor, the problem with the fat is that you got to drain it. So what I always do, I try to, if I remember, is usually, so like if you mix ground beef and like some sort of like lean pork, The pork will soak up the grease, so you won't even need to like drain it out or nothing like that. And if you're gonna use the leaner meat, then you do need, in my opinion, you need to add flavor. Okay, it needs a little more flavor. Okay, but while that's kind of like getting happy and getting to know it, I usually don't season the meat until after I drain it. Why? Because I didn't put all this seasoning and flavor in here, and then I'm just pouring it down the drain. What's the point of that? Use that good whatever seasoning juice for whatever else you're making, or it needs to stay in here. So that's what I'm saying. If you use a leaner meat in combination with this, you won't even have to drain it typically. And it also depends on how much meat you're using. But like with the chicken is dry. Any other lamb has more flavor. Well, I won't say flavor. Lamb definitely has more oil than like. So anyway, so I might not also cook the meat all the way yet because it's going to cook while it's sitting in whatever with the beans and the seasoning and all that. So you really don't have to make it cook all the way, but you just want to make sure that it is that is small. Oh, what is it, Bentley? My dog is acting like he got to go. What you want? You don't want nothing. He just waited until I got on here so that he could, whine. Hold on. I'm going to strain the beef over here. While that is straining, I'm going to add some butter. Yes, I'm going to add butter. Butter makes everything better, so I'm adding butter. I put my little beef bouillon back in there, okay? So let me go over the ingredients. So I have onions, like I said. So I chopped up some onions. We're gonna put the little onions in there with the bouillon little cube. The bouillon cube. We're gonna let the onions get a little kind of happy. This is the bouillon cube. I think I showed earlier. And then, like I said, you're not gonna want to put a ton of seasoning in there because I'm using some of the, like I use like a mixture of like the chili spices or whatever the case may be. But I always add a little onion powder and a little garlic. And like I said, you season to taste. And I personally, I'm going to season until it tastes good. Right? This is just, it says grilling seasoning, but I think it tastes good with everything. So I'll be putting it on there. Right? Oh, it's from Longhorn Steakhouse, so that's probably what they make they steaks with. Some beef broth. I only have a little in here, so I'm gonna just add that to it. Because this is gonna go from this little skillet to a pan. I'm sorry, to like a pot. And this, remember I was saying the little bowl here? I'm sorry, not the bowl, the bag of the trash. Did I put some of this in there? I like this one too. These people, I don't know who they are. I think they only in Texas, but it's all purpose. So we're gonna put just a little bit of that because I have this bouillon thing in here. And I also put some of this other seasoning. So I don't want to over season it. And then this is a little bit of garlic. I try to support my people. So this lady is a brown lady. So I always try to, put a little bit of the brown people in my basket. But I support everybody. You know what I'm saying? Support everybody. But for now, I feel like I have enough seasoning in there. I'm going to add the meat back to it in just a second. So today, I think, like I said, I'm going to use 2 of these. One is called Williams. The other one is just Frenchies. I don't know if you guys know these. And this is just basically to help you season your chili. It's basically like if you don't know what seasons to use, this will help you. But I always put it in there because I feel like it creams up the chili a little bit. But you don't want to overdo it. So right now I'm just adding how much I feel like is enough. And then let it, boil. Ooh, this one looks like it might be spicy, honey. Sure. And you don't want to use all of it because see on here it says seasoning 2 pounds. So I'm obviously not going to use all of this. But it's dark. Y'all see that? Can y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can see that. It's dark. It's almost black. So that's scary to me because I'm like, does that mean it's gonna be spicy? Because I don't know about y'all, but my plate, my listen, my I feel like my tongue, like it's gotten sensitive over the years. I used to put like hot sauce and all kinds of stuff on stuff. I don't even do that anymore because it seems like everything is so spicy to me. But I'm gonna get the bigger chili pot. Because I don't know why I be cooking like it's 14 people that live here and it's not. But I don't know how to cook any other way, really. I feel like maybe I was in an Italian family back in the day in my other life, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and add this beef because it's been drained to this scenario. Okay. And put a little butter. I like Kerrygold butter. I'm not putting a lot, I'm just putting a little bit. Some people it might be a lot, but like that's how much I'm adding. It just adds flavor. And I don't know where y'all from, but where I'm from, we like flavor. Just it is what it is. I don't know if I finished going through the ingredients list. I'm just stirring that around a little bit. So I'll pick it up a little bit so y'all can see, because I don't know if y'all could see. Oh, you won't really be able to see. But yeah. So we're gonna just like let this get happy. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. I'm gonna let it get happy. Everything needs to kind of like itself. Like they need to get to know each other. I should have brought like, see how that's easy for me to open. Now I gotta take this to my husband and be like, can you open it for me? And it's up to you. I like kidney beans. I think it would be even better. The best chili is if you make your own beans. I'm just saying. But beans in the can, like there's certain things I will still buy in the can and everything else I won't. So I will buy beans in the can and I will buy, what else? Tomato sauce. I'll buy those things in the can too because I'm not taking 13 hours to make tomato sauce. Whoever the people are at the store, they're never figured out how to do it. But like with beans and stuff like that, I will make that my own. I'm saying like the pinto beans or something like that. I'll make that or those northern beans. I like the white beans. I'll make those. So I gotta go run and let my husband open this for me. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm gonna drain these beans. My husband's in a meeting. I'm like, can you do this? Can you help me with this? I'm not in my kitchen at home, so I have to substitute everything. I'll be right back. I'm making chili for you guys that are just now joining us. Welcome to Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. I'll be right back. All right, I got my second. So I drained my beans. Because any of the liquid that I want to have left over, any liquid in there, I want to make. So I drain my beans. And as I said, you want to kind of taste as you go. So in this pot, I have some onions. I have a little bit of butter. I have a bouillon, beef bouillon. So I have some, so it's a little cube. I have some beef broth. And then I'm going to add some tomatoes. Hold on. Some tomato sauce. Okay, yeah. No, child, we don't have no tomato sauce, but that's okay. We always working it out. We are always working it out. I'm going to add these diced tomatoes. And this is optional. You don't have to add tomatoes, but I think it gives the chili a good little kick. And I don't know. I think it depends on where you're from, what you put in your chili. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're from up north, you may or may not add the tomatoes. You may use a different type of bean. You may not put, like I like my beans to have rice. But if you're from up north, they might be like, why are you adding any rice to this chili? Because that's what I want to eat. That's why. Like, what you mean? I play too much. Okay. So I'm gonna let this cook for about 30 minutes, I would say. But I'm gonna add some water to it. I don't know. I normally have like my little measuring cups, but I'm not in my house, so it's like I have to try to find. Okay. This is 2/3 of the cup. I think the whole cup is all I want to know. Oh, here we go. I think I'm probably going to add 2 cups of water. Yeah, I think. The reason I'm adding water is because I have a lot of seasoning in here, a lot of flavor coming through, and so you don't want it to be like salty. You know what I mean? But so far, it is looking awesome.com. I'm going to bring it to a boil first. And then I'm going to put this top on it and I'm going to put it on 30 minutes. And then chime down in the comments, guys. Let me know. What do you eat with your beans? Because I like cornbread. Do you eat cornbread? Listen, if you don't eat cornbread, I can't trust you. That's all I'm saying. I don't know that you're trustworthy if you don't eat cornbread, sis. I don't know what you want me to tell you. No, but I know a lot of people I've met over the years, and I'm like, what you mean y'all don't eat cornbread? Like, how is anybody making food for you that's like stick to your gut, stick to your belly food without cornbread? Like, you shouldn't be eating chili or beans, I feel like, without cornbread. But you know, some people they like and I actually do like this. Put like a little shredded cheese on the top of your chili. Some people like onions. I like onions, but I like cooked onions. So I don't want you to, or grilled onions. I need some of the onion flavor to not be so light. So Fritos. You know, it's just I feel like Fritos kind of go with sandwiches, and it goes with chili, in my opinion. So, but it depends. Like I said, I'm not gonna put the Fritos and the onions and the like. It's like or in the cornbread. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna have one. Also, too, like when you're cooking at home, I'm trying to just let this come to a boil. Um, you know what's going in the food. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what's going in the food. At the store, listen, they got 42,000, like even like this chicken bouillon, the ingredient, it's literally like 36 ingredients. Salt, monosodium, which sounds like another type of salt. Um, I can't even pronounce glutamate, palm oil, cornstarch, hydrogenated palm oil, sugar, Zapian gum, chicken fat, natural flavor. What the hell is natural flavor? Chime in the comments, let me know what natural flavor is. Because it don't come from where they get anyway. Yeah, let me know if y'all know what natural flavor is. So, water, turmeric. Turmeric is good for you. So I guess they put in parentheses color, so maybe that's what gives it its color. Diasodium, so more salt. Glycinate, another D-sodium, isonate. Listen, it's a whole bunch of words I can't even pronounce on here. And then they say spices, parsley, caramel color. What the hell is it? It says used to protect the quality. Anyway, that's why I like to make my food from scratch, as much as scratch can be, because this isn't totally from scratch. Because normally I would make my own beans, and then because that's the best. That's the keep the people coming back beans. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad because they said sugar, so I'm not mad at that. I would put just a little bit of sugar because I feel like when you're making a cake and you're making something really sweet to eat, adding salt makes it better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar, just a tiny bit. Sugar, just a tiny bit. We'll see. We'll see what that turns out like. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be. Yay! Look at God. He didn't win and put tomato sauce. I think you saw have to go to the store. So the beans are boiling, which is good. I'm gonna add tomato sauce, but I'm not gonna add all of this tomato sauce because I don't feel like it needs this much tomato sauce. And then I'm going to cook it on low for an hour. No, I said for 30 minutes. It should be done in 30 minutes. All right, and so once I'm done, I will make another video and show y'all how it turned out. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Chanel's Reality. Hopefully, maybe I can kind of show y'all what it looks like before I even add the tomato sauce. All right. See, that looks good. It's boiling, getting its whole life. And after I turn it down, maybe in about 10 minutes, I would add, no, I wouldn't add, I would taste it. What does it taste like? Do it need a little more salt? Do it need a little more pepper? Is it just right? That's what you do. Instead of adding everything, well, I kind of add everything to what I think will be a good flavor in terms of spices or other ingredients that you're adding, like parsley or trying to think anything, celery, bell pepper, onions, they all have good flavors. And you can pretty much put celery, onions, and bell peppers in almost anything that you're cooking with meat, in my opinion. So yeah, this is gonna take about 30 minutes. I'm gonna add a little bit of this, just enough to give it a little bit of a red tinge to it, and then I'll put the rest of this in the refrigerator because I'll probably make spaghetti or something later. Well, I say later this week, but today's Thursday. We're at the end of the week, child. Hopefully it gets cold, you know what I'm saying, and then It don't have to be cold for me to eat gumbo, eat chili. It don't have to be cold for me to eat any of those things. But certain people be like, oh, well, you can't cook. Yes, I can, because I'm in the mood to eat gumbo. Otherwise, how do seafood places stay in business year round? If because Papados in Texas, it might be in a few other states too. But yeah, I can go get gumbo year round because somebody making it. But that being said, when our grandmothers, let me put this on here first. When our grandmothers were growing up, tomatoes were seasonal. So that's how you know they're doing something to your tomatoes. And all your fruit, really, it doesn't grow year round. But how is it that we have access to it year round? Because they put something on it or injected it with something or whatever's in the soil. That's how come. Listen, when I was growing up, the bananas died on the counter. They're supposed to die. Your food is supposed to die. It's not supposed to. You know something is wrong if your bananas are still sitting on the counter being bananas next week. No. About 3-4 days, your bananas should have been eaten. Tomatoes are not supposed to be year round. So just be careful is all I'm gonna say, because they put all kind of stuff in our food that a lot of times we don't pay attention to. You know, and also we don't pay attention to it. See, this is why I don't like this electric stove, because it is still boiling and it's on low. It's not supposed to still be boiling. This is why I like my stove in my house, the gas stove, because you turn it to low, it goes to low. This is still legit boiling. Okay, so now it's not boiling anymore. So it's almost like I gotta turn it off and then turn it back on. Because if I put it back on here right now, it's gonna start boiling again. Watch. Yep, it's boiling again. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. So I don't really trust. That's why I like a good gas stove. Even though I did burn my house down. But listen, I've been in my house almost 20 years. So listen, maybe it was due for a fire child. I don't know. No, I'm joking. But like I said, I'm gonna cook this for about 30 minutes and then I will make a little short video once it's done so y'all can see what it looks like. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel and this is my reality. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And everything on this channel is, in my opinion, it's for entertainment purposes only. And it's all alleged, even this food. I don't need nobody coming for me. But I'm going to be back on here probably in the next 30 minutes doing a regular video. But I just like to kind of break it up some because I feel like we've been in a Diddy vortex. Like everything is about what's going on with Diddy. And I want it to stay that way in a sense because I want attention on things that are heinous so that other victims, other children, whomever the people are that have been victimized by Diddy and others, that they have a voice. It shouldn't be always swept under the rug because we, at least me, just not hearing about this 30 years later. I didn't know none of this until Cassie dropped her lawsuit, and I was like, oh my God. Like I knew there are obviously savages in the world, but I didn't know this whole underground of like, it's real scary in my opinion, but that's okay. See, how is this completely off? I promise y'all, it is completely off and it is still boiling. Why? Because you cannot trust, this is why you can't trust a gas stove, because why is this boiling? It's not even on. Buy a gas stove, just saying. I'm in an Airbnb, so, because my house is getting renovated. But I'm just like, what is happening? Child. This stove play too much. But anyway, hit the like button, guys. I'll show you the completed chili on one of my shorts when I'm done here. So I'm not gonna just hold y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all, but please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's a free and easy way to support my channel. If you like the content that you're receiving, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Until next time, have a good one, guys. Bye. Let's see, how do I get it up here? Okay. Ciao. Trying to end this thing is weird because I'm not in my house. It's just things bizarre.